Hello, everybody. This is Alexandra Janelli with Theta Spring Hypnosis and Coaching out of New York City. Today, what I wanted to talk about is belief systems. Belief systems are a system of beliefs that help us live and formulate how we see and view the world. Belief systems are typically developed from a very early age. And what happens is you can think about you as a child. Just like animals, we become domesticated to our environment. And what that means is whether it's parents, a school, society, we begin to live by a set of belief systems that are imposed upon us. Now, many of these we believe into when we buy into, and then there are times when we begin to disregard them and we begin to question them. And when we begin to question them, it's when you begin to see that there becomes a shift in your life. And you begin to question, is this really my belief system or not? Typically, when people begin to question and challenge their belief systems, there can be some emotions that come up. There's a way in which a person intuitively and innately would like to be, and then there's also how they should behave from that belief system. And these belief systems can cause a reaction to happen because there becomes a conflict in line with how I want to be and how I should be. And that's where emotional conflict and turmoil can come into. There can be a lot of guilt associated with it. There can be a lot of resentment, anger, frustration of being sort of boxed in by a belief system. The other thing is that belief systems, while they can be very empowering, can also be detrimental. And while some of them are very detrimental, others can be very empowering. And the more that you begin to understand who you are, your core values, the things that you believe in your belief systems, the rules that you live by, the more you can begin to understand who you are and relate to the world in a very different way. And so as you begin to center into your own belief systems that you truly are buying into now as who you are, the more that you can begin to have a much more empowering relationship with the world around you and begin to act in a very authentic way versus feeling that you should. Now, I'm not saying that there aren't times that there are more acceptable forms of being, but the more that you can even have an awareness that certain belief systems are not working for you and they're actually working against you getting what it is that you might want more of in your life, then you can begin to ask, well, what is the belief system that I'm buying into and why is that working for me and how might it not be? And if you could begin to create some new ideas around a belief system that would maybe benefit you more, you can begin to try that on. Because a belief system really does begin to formulate and shape the way you see the world. It's very similar to a lens of a glass. The darker it is, the darker the world. The brighter it is, the brighter the world. And so we want to begin to have much more brightness in your belief systems to have you experience the world in a much lighter and brighter way. So start to think about the rules in which you live your life by. Are those rules that you buy into and believe fully? Or are these belief systems that come from a different time and a different place? Because they might have worked then, but maybe they're not working so well for you now. And when we change the way you think, we change the way you feel. And when you change the way you feel and think, you change the actions that you take in your life. And you begin to live in a much more powerful way, which can be incredibly beneficial for living a life of creating change. For more tips and tools, please visit us on our YouTube page, which I think you're on right now, and make sure that you check out our website, thetaspring.com, for additional information. Again, my name is Alexandra Janelli of Theta Spring Hypnosis and Coaching out of New York City. Have an awesome day.